So now onto the PVE guide for the assassin real quick. Nothing changed much from the last patch, but we'll do it regardless for the mana tree pretty much, mostly. It's obviously like Shadow Rainfall. Then for group you could still run supportive, especially in the raid. Otherwise, it depends on your group's DPS. If you have like a constant party, then it's still the best. Otherwise, if you run randoms, then it's most likely this, since it just boosts your damage insanely high, because it's like 6 seconds, 50% increased damage is pretty insane. And yeah, of course for solo this as well, right? So yeah. Then for raid you would use Burster, maybe not. Then for Hall of Challenges, for example, you would use this. For raid you would use this. So just use this and Shadow Step just to get another one. If you have full energy recovery build, you probably don't need this, but regardless, Shadow Star and Combo Slash, since you don't really need much. Toxic Spray for the small extra damage, and if you can, take the Toxic Spray, like the area effects, just some nice additional damage. Since some people have trouble with like HP now, these two skills, like you can use those two. This heals you a bit more than the Talon Hook one, but those are pretty much the ones that heal you. If I I just thought that Resonance maybe has now a heal as well, but it doesn't. So yeah, pretty much could use those for healing. Otherwise, like, can keep using Shadow Attack for like additional energy recovery or like getting to the boss or whatever. Exactly. So in runes, you would use physical, attack speed, and it's not loading. Nice. This one. Pretty much like this. You can, like for grinding, 48 orange is most likely the best. If you can only hit 48. If you can hit 88, obviously Dark Warrior is the best. It's in general the best PVE skill, pretty much. But nobody gets the 288 right now, who doesn't have 2 plus 12s pretty much. An alternative for Hall of Challenges, for example. So yeah, basically if you get to Hawk floor 50 or something, this build here could be stronger than the 48 orange build, but only if you can sustain the amplify energy consumption increase, which with this patch shouldn't be that much of a problem. I personally would just use the panic one, since you can use this in PvE, like at grinding, and it's really efficient. You don't need to bother much with something, and if you grind in RVR zones and shit and people can attack you, you can take out the purple transcend rune. If you don't have a T4, you get additional damage, and yeah, you can take it out with this one, but probably not with this one. But if you have trouble doing enough damage in floor 50 as an assassin, which I don't think. But if you have bad gear, you should use Slaughter to kill the shields and kill the boss faster, I guess, pretty much. But yeah. So 48 orange is good for like overall, while Amplify is really good for floor 50 or Fall of Challenges or like bossing and shit. If you can sustain it. Yeah. If you can't sustain it with enough energy recovery and like with the BT helmet, the Trendstone and everything, then this will most likely outdamage it because it's 10% ground target damage increase versus 15% overall damage increase. So if you can spam your skills or your rainfall with this without losing or fully or like using your shadow star or something, this will always out DPS Amplify if you need to use shadow stars in between with on Amplify. Obviously, if you can spam rainfall with Amplify as well, then Amplify is better because it's 15% instead of 10%. Pretty easy. Quick to the mana. So yeah, onto the mana build. It's kind of busted on Assassin, so it's really good for PvE. So you can use Preparation or Combination. Combination makes you immune, while Preparation, if you do something in Preparation, you lose the buff of Preparation. But yeah, then Courage Aura is for bosses usually, but I just keep it in there. Then Scrimmage is just some small extra damage. Never hurts. Fiery Pit's just insane, like legit insane. 15% increase with your rainfall. Then when you destroy a barrier, then you get additional damage. This is insanely good combined with the purple 88. But you probably don't have purple 88, but it's still really good because mobs will break your shield and you will do 10% damage. Since it doesn't have 100% uptime, it will work. And there's not much else to get right now. The magic aggregation is just for the max energy shit, just regain a lot of energy. Yeah, accuracy is pretty self-explaining with the new solo, what's it called, the solo individual dimension portal, where you can have something like, on hardest you need like 400 accuracy, I think. Cycle, pretty self-explanatory since it's a combat energy region. The mental concentration actually is like interesting, since if you have a lot of region, and what I said before with the 48 orange or 48 purple, this would make up for the 5% less on orange if you can keep above 50% constantly with orange, and would go below 50% with purple because of the increased consumption. So this is also, keep that in mind as well. So maybe orange is just the more safe way, let's say like this. Now onto the part where I think it's a little bit busted. You lose 2.5% damage, but you get crit hit power by 20% for ground target skill, but your rainfall is ground target and ground strike, so you just take the other one as well and get another 20%. And then masterful strike, of course, because you're physical and not magical. It's like obvious. Sadly, this, like I said, it's not. This only shows 800, so I can't put more into this to show. But I would take stamina recovery, just for more dodges, more moving around, pretty much, faster moving around, and then just go with for PVE for crit hit power, main stat, versatility, max attack. And acceleration. And if you then have like skill points left, want to go into critical hit accuracy as well. That's for sure. So yeah, that's about it. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory, and yeah, have fun grinding, I guess.